Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing dirty prototyping to fail fast or succeed, a practical guide for video game industry leaders. How agile game development, rapid iteration, and feedback loops empower studios to learn faster and build better games. In the high-speed world of game development, hesitation and perfectionism can be the silent killers of creativity. That's why dirty prototyping, creating quick, rough and ready versions of game ideas, has become a critical tool for leaders in the video game industry. Whether you're designing core mechanics, testing player flows, or validating user interfaces, the principle is simple. Build fast, test early, learn quickly, and iterate, or cut. For studio leaders and development managers, adopting a strategy of dirty prototyping to fail fast or succeed isn't just a developer mindset, it's a strategic imperative. When done right, it saves time, conserves resources, and fosters confidence in both your team and stakeholders. In this guide, you'll discover why dirty prototyping works in fast-moving game environments, essential benefits like cost savings, risk reduction, and early alignment, core principles to guide prototype-based decision-making, actionable steps to pilot, evaluate, and integrate rapid prototypes effectively, overcoming organizational resistance, and measuring impact. Let's explore how dirty prototyping helps leaders navigate complexity, pivot swiftly, and unlock creative breakthroughs without drowning in polish. Why dirty prototyping works for leaders in the video game industry. Fail fast, discover value early. Rapid early builds expose friction points and player pain long before they're costly to fix. Validate ideas quickly. Prototype testing with even a handful of users confirms whether a mechanic is fun and worth scaling. Reduce resource waste. Skip months spent on features that don't resonate. Dirty prototypes let you pivot without wasted polish. Empower teams. Giving designers and engineers license to experiment builds ownership, morale, and confidence. Build stakeholder trust. Prototypes demonstrate progress, helping investors, publishers, or executives feel engaged and assured. Core principles of dirty prototyping for game development leaders. Think minimal, build fast. Strip mechanics to their bare essentials. No art, polish UI, or edge cases. Set clear fail criteria. Define what success or subscription looks like before you prototype. Keep it collaborative. Encourage cross-disciplinary ownership. Designers drive logic, artists support wireframes, engineers set up quick inputs. Test early and often. Even 2 playtesters can reveal more than polished demos with 10. Document learnings. Capture insights rigorously. Every test yields data for pivot or perseverance. Communicate failures well. Frame detours as smart pivots. Reward learning over perfection. Actionable steps for leaders. Implementing dirty prototyping today. Step 1. Build your prototyping mindset. Host play and fail workshops. Break the ice for prototyping by making failure fun and expected. Lead by example. Share your earlier prototypes in studio forums or all hands meetings, even if they flop. Step 2. Choose the right prototype. Select a high-risk hypothesis. Pick a feature with uncertain player interest or significant technical risk. Define clear test goals. Set measurable success criteria. Can 50% of the players complete the level prototype? Step 3. Prototype in 2 to 5 workdays. Simplify scope. Zero in on core mechanics. No polish, editable art only. Create complete vertical slices. Build a fully functional proto level rather than trying to polish elements. Use rapid tools. Unity or Unreal with placeholder assets make integration straightforward. Step 4. Conduct efficient playtests. Run quick sessions, invite team members or target players to try the prototype for 10 to 15 minutes. Capture insights. Record sessions, take notes on where players hesitate or get frustrated. Iterate rapidly. Apply fixes immediately and cycle back to testing again, even with the same build. Step 5. Evaluate and decide. Use clear decision metrics. If the failure rate is less than 50%, scrap or pivot. Success with polish, build further. Present findings transparently. Use visuals and test quotes to support your conclusions. Update product roadmap. Translate decisions into updated sprint plans. No prototype lingers without actionable next steps. Overcoming common pitfalls and resistance. Objection. Prototype looks too low rent. Response. Reiterate their purpose. Rapid learning, no visual fidelity. Emphasizing their cost effectiveness. Objection. Players won't take it seriously. Response. Frame early tests as internal beta sessions. Even minimal designs expose usability and pacing issues. Pitfall. Over-prototyping every idea. Avoid by prioritizing features based on uncertainty, impact, and investment scale. Pitfall. Skipping feedback loops. Avoid by embedding test and learn cycles decisively into sprint schedules and sprint review templates. Embedding prototyping in the studio culture. Normalize learning through failure. Leaders need to set the tone. Make prototyping a celebrated part of your creative pipeline, not an optional step. And here's how. Demo days. Host regular prototype Thursdays where teams share early concepts with each other. Leadership shoutouts. Publicly acknowledge team members who killed a bad idea early. Reward learning, not only success. Postmortems with purpose. Build structured reflection into every sprint with a fail-fast focus. Ask what was learned, not just what was done. Integrate into agile game development frameworks. Dirty prototyping thrives in agile game development, where feedback loops and iterative design are already in place. To formalize its place in your pipeline, add a dedicated prototyping lane to your Jira or ClickUp board. Create prototyping milestones in your sprint planning that precede full development. Include prototype demos and retrospectives discussing what failed and what's worth pursuing. Share learnings in a central repository. Use a shared folder, Notion database, or internal wiki to document each dirty prototype, what was tested, what was learned, and what was decided. Over time, this builds institutional memory of design decisions, a reference library for new hires, and a validation trail for stakeholders. Advanced tooling for dirty prototyping. Investing in tools and automation can supercharge your fail fast, learn fast culture. Measuring success. How to know it's working. Dirty prototyping needs tangible outcomes to justify its place in your development lifecycle. So here's how to track its impact. Key metrics. Cycle time reduction. How quickly do ideas move from concept to test? Decision confidence. Are stakeholders more aligned earlier in development? Feature survival rate. What percentage of features tested go to full development? Developer sentiment. Do team members feel safer trying bold ideas? Production cost avoidance. Calculate savings by killing poor ideas early. Example dashboard elements. Average prototype turnaround time, prototype to production conversion rate, time saved via early kill switches, survey feedback from creative and engineering teams. Overcoming leadership and team resistance. Creating space for dirty prototyping to fail fast or succeed can challenge your studio's existing norms. So here's how to lead through resistance. Leadership buy-in. Frame it financially. Show how prototyping cuts long-term costs. Highlight strategic risk reduction. Use examples of expensive features that could have benefited from early failure. Create yes-no decision trees. Make it easy to understand when dirty prototyping is appropriate. Team-level hesitations. But it's not polished. Counter by showing side-by-side success stories of dirty versus polished prototyping and how the former often wins in speed and clarity. We don't have time to prototype. Remind the team we don't have time not to. Wasting weeks building the wrong thing costs far more than 2 days spent on early prototype. Leadership will judge us. Build psychological safety. Publicly praise brave prototypes, even ones that fail. Lead the prototyping revolution. Leaders in the video game industry are facing mounting pressure to innovate faster, reduce waste, and empower teams, all while managing stakeholder expectations. Adopting a dirty prototyping to fail fast or succeed mindset is no longer optional. It's essential. And here's how to start. Some final actionable steps. First, schedule Dirty Prototype Week. Plot 3 micro prototypes next month. Set a studio-wide challenge. Kill 5 bad ideas by next quarter. Launch a prototype retrospective template. Standardize feedback, learning, and next steps. Celebrate failure in your next all hands. Normalize transparency. Assign a prototype champion. Task one producer or lead per team to oversee rapid prototyping flows. Measure, adjust, evolve. Build metric dashboards. Iterate the process quarterly. Final thoughts. Build fast, fail smart, learn always. Embracing dirty prototyping is a commitment, not the messiness, but the clarity through experimentation. For game development leaders navigating production uncertainty, shifting markets, and rising expectations, this approach isn't just agile, it's wise. By leading your team with transparency, embracing fast failure, and building systems that encourage honest feedback, you not only unlock better games, you build better teams. The video game industry rewards those who learn faster than they fail. With dirty prototyping at your core, you're not just chasing success, you're engineering it. All right, and that's this week's episode of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. Oh, hi. And the episode's over, but thanks for sticking around till the end. Be sure to check out more episodes in the playlist and new episodes every week on Monday. Follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave a review. Thanks again for being awesome.